T'es genre à une cabane.
Ah! Let's go, on peut jouer enfin! Enfin! On peut jouer à Red Dead les gars, magnifique! Red Dead Redemption. C'est parti les gars, on va donc lancer Red Dead Redemption 1, enfin disponible sur PC. Nous sommes le 29 octobre, il est 15h53 et c'est parti. Ça fait donc longtemps les gars, longtemps que j'ai pas fait de vidéo mais là on est de retour. Voilà avec Red Dead les gars, c'est parti.
Grateful, Mrs. Bush, that they are finally bringing civilization to this savage land.
I could not agree with you more, my dear. My daddy settled this land, and I know he'll be looking down on us, pleased at how we help the natives.
Yes, they've lost their land, but they've gained access to heaven.
But Father, do you mean unless innocent or seems communion, they're destined to go to hell? It hardly seems fair.
What I mean to say, Jenny, is that there is a great deal of difference between an innocent and a savage.
I never thought of it that way.
Yes, they live like animals, but they're happier now.
Not only do people now have motor cars, Father, but I heard that pretty soon we will be able to fly.
No, only angels can fly, Jenny.
No, apparently people can fly. Didn't you hear? Out in Kansas, a man even got a car to fly.
I hardly think so, Jenny.
Apparently, Mr. Johns wants to run for governor, which is why he's so concerned with cleaning up the state.
Nate Johns.
Yes.
His family is nothing but hillbilly trash that came here after the war. I don't want to be judgmental, but this state should not be ruled by such a disgusting family. A family without class.
Apparently, the Johns family have made a lot of money, and he has a lot of friends in politics.
Mrs. Bush, money isn't everything. There are many things that money cannot buy.
It seems that money can buy voters, though.
What you must remember, my dear, is that we have been brought here to spread the word. The word and civilization, they are the same thing. They are the gifts. It is the opportunity we have, the chance to live among people who are decent and who do not kill each other. And who let you worship in peace.
It's so confusing, Father. Sometimes I find it impossible to make the distinction between a loving act and a hateful one. I mean, they often seem to be the same thing.
Yes, Jenny, it is confusing. But you only have to ask me if you need help.
Indeed.
Well, here we are, Mrs. Bush. Armadillo.
Nous voici arrivés à Armadillo. C'est parti. Je vais réaliser par les frères Hauser. On va donc aller au saloon. Le jeu qui est bien azerty. Merci Rockstar. Le jeu qui est beau quand même. Hein. Pour un jeu qui a 10 ans. Donc bien refait. Il est beaucoup plus beau que sur les consoles de l'époque. T'es beau et toi t'es red mort. Allez, c'est parti. Bon, qu'est-ce qu'il nous fait le vieux là? Ah, il vit, hein.
You must be John Marston.
Sometimes.
I'm Jake. Your friends from Blackwater hired me to guide you.
They ain't my friends, but pleased to meet you, Jake.
I got the horses saddled up and ready out front.
I hear the circus is coming to town.
I'm sorry, mister.
Bon, c'est là, mon vieux.
Well, here, let's mount up and hit the trail.
C'est parti. Je te suis.
Easy on the spurs now. We don't need to draw undue attention.
Je vais faire un train là, comment est-ce qu'on fait? C'est aussi chez Kawai. Ça va changer ça.
So it's Fort Mercy you want to visit?
That's right.
Ain't taking nobody up to the fort in a long time. Strange place for a decent fella to want to visit, if you don't mind me saying.
Who said I was a decent fella?
It's been abandoned for years now. Folks say it was built during the Mexican War. What kinds of soldiers around back then?
Why'd they leave?
Well, I ain't entirely sure. I heard they had to go up north to fight Indians, or maybe they got tired of being soldiers and went looking for gold. You know how things is. So what are you doing up at the fort?
I'm looking for an old friend.
Well, like I said, you ain't gonna find many folk around those parts these days. Those you do find are about as sociable as most read effective. I mean, I ain't one to judge a man by the company he keeps, but...
Well, he ain't been friends for a long time.
Are you planning on spending any time in Armadillo, Mr. Marston?
I doubt it. I ain't planning on staying very long.
Well, if you're fixing for some female company, you can do a lot worse than Armadillo.
Chef.
Fine as cream gravy they are.
Chef.
Not like Thieves Landing. Dang, those girls ain't even fit for a
Chef.
drinking man to hold up with.
Comme
I'm
ça,
a married
Jake, comme
man,
ça.
I'm afraid.
Ain't we all?
Ah ouais. Ah ouais, t'es comme ça, toi. Le vieux Jake. Ah, il aime bien la jante féminine. Ah. Quel crack.
Yeah. So it was the marshal who hired me. Lee Johnson, do you know him?
I think I heard his name.
Says he got a telegram from some Blackwater big bugs asking for a guide. I guess it's none of my business.
That's right.
Ah ouais, c'est pas tes affaires.
You ain't very talkative, are you?
Nope.
I'm just chewing the dog, mister. It's how I am. I don't mean nothing by it.
Trust me. There's things you're better off not knowing.
I'll tell you, Mr. Marston, those coyotes Almost there, Mr. Marston. Just over this hill.
Force à la carcasse.
Whoa!
Ok, on est au fort.
Listen, mister. This here's what's left of Fort Mercer. Some gang rode in and took the place over.
So I understand.
This is where we part ways, friend. You have yourself a good time.
Allez. Allez, tu te barres, toi. Tu sais ce qui va se passer. Tu sens que ça sent les embrouilles.
Let's go.
Allez, on va donc aller au fort, voir ce qui se passe.
Bill!
Au Bill.
Bill, I've come for you! Bill Williamson! Come out here right now!
Bouge ton cul, Williamson.
Go away now, John. Don't make me kill you.
Nobody needs to kill anyone, Bill.
You must think I was born yesterday.
Aïe.
You always did think I was an idiot.
That ain't fair, Bill.
C'est comme ça, Bill. Tu te tires à balles
Where's my
réelles sur les gens.
brother? I've come to try to save you.
Ça menace comme ça. Oui, 2 en plus. 3. Ah oui.
Do I look like I need saving?
Sympa, Bill, sympa.
Bill, please.
Ta grosse tête, là.
They want to kill us all. I can help you.
Well, you never tried to save me before. You only seemed to save yourself.
Ah, le jeu est beau quand
Bill,
même.
I implore you think about this.
You implore me? You implore me? You always were one for fancy words.
Trop compliqué, allez, Bill. Ton cerveau de crevette.
Things are different now, John. Now I'm in charge! No more Dutch! And no more you. Implores. I implores you to go back and tell them to send someone just a little bit more impressive next
bâtard.
time.
Well,
Il a bien visé ce bâtard.
Poor John.
Aïe, ça le laisse pour mort comme ça. Ok, merci l'équipe, hein. C'est sympa, ça carie. Ça nous sauve les fesses, ça.
Well, you're alive.
so it would seem.
So, how do you feel?
I don't know the polite word for it.
I do. Stupid is the word we use around here. What were you doing?
I was doing something stupid.
Well, you'll be okay. Once you didn't die, the doctor said you'd be fine. He got the bullets out a couple days ago.
Good.
It cost us $15.
I'm sorry, madam. Should have left me there to die.
Did you want to die? I mean, was that it? Was that why you went straight out to Fort Mercer and picked a fight with the worst bandit in the county? To die, Mr.
Mr. Marston. John Marston.
Bonnie McFarlane. Miss Bonnie McFarlane.
Well, you may be right, Miss McFarlane. I don't know.
Huh. So what were you doing?
I was trying to give Mr. Williamson a chance. For old time's sake.
You know Bill Williamson?
Knew him. Long time ago.
Well, what was he like?
Dumb.
Just like you.
Thank you, miss. You see my hat?
I have. And, what will you do now?
Now I'm gonna take my time and go after him the less kind way.
Well, that sounds very fun, Mr. Marston. Quite heroic, just like in those penny dreadfuls my brother used to read. Meanwhile, if you'll excuse me, I've got a ranch to run. Of course, if you're feeling better, why not take a ride with me later and help me patrol the perimeter? You can earn back some of that money we wasted on doctor's bills.
Of course. And thank you for saving my life, I mean.
Next time, Mr. Marston, I strongly recommend you don't try to lose it quite so earnestly.
C'est pas faux. Allez. Alors, est-ce qu'elle a besoin d'aide? Alors, Johnny Bowie. Allez, c'est parti. Bonjour. Ah oui, mais... Ah oui, la balle, elle a traversé. Aïe.
Mr. Marston, back in the land of the living, I see.
Bien sûr.
Figured it's about time I started paying back that $15.
Well, no time to waste. The horses are saddled up over here.
Ok, nouveau cheval.
There's the foreman's office. It's also where we lock up good-for-nothing outlaws, such as yourself.
I'm happy enough with my current quarters right now, Miss McFarlane.
I picked out a fine horse for
Ok,
you.
je suis ici. Elle est
Come on
raciste, elle met
then,
des
I'll
noirs.
show you around the
Bien, bien,
property.
Bonnie.
To your right is the general store. You won't find Parisian high fashion, but it's good for the essentials.
Very convenient. I don't think I've ever seen a ranch with its own store before.
General Store dans le ranch, ça va être typique, mais c'est stylé.
And here's the corral. This one's for the horses. What do you think?
I'm no
Corral.
expert, but it certainly looks like a fine corral.
I suspect you've stolen more horses than you've broken.
Oui.
Now, where'd you get such an idea?
Quel genre
First
d'accusation,
impressions
ça.
are hard to erase.
Ah ouais. Tout ça parce qu'on s'est pris une balle. Hein.
Yeah! That's the train station. Things sure have changed since the line finally got finished, bringing in all sorts of new folk like yourself.
Is that such a bad thing?
Change is only good when it makes things better.
C'est pas faux. Oh, il y a des vaches.
Come on,
On
boys!
parle pas des vaches. Magnifique vache. Oui. Elle est big la grange, hein.
That's the barn over there. Paul built it himself when I was just a little girl.
Elle est grande, hein.
Giddy up! And here we are, back at the house. Let's stop for a while before we head out on patrol.
You'll get no complaints from me, Miss McFarlane.
Come on, this is the only chance you're gonna get to rest. How about a cold drink, Mr. Marston?
Thank you, ma'am. Getting shot, then riding a horse seems to take it out of you. I could use a rest.
Sure. Come on in. I'll show you the house and then you can sit for a while.
Thank you.
Mr. Marston,
Miss McFarlane.
remember me telling you about the trouble we've been having with rustlers and other undesirables?
I do?
Will you help me keep watch on the property line this evening?
Sure.
I want to see just who is trespassing on our land.
This is a fine weapon.
Come, let's head out. The country is really beautiful at around this time.
Ok, c'est parti pour une petite patrouille de nuit.
Come on then, let's mount up and take a look around.
Oh, carabine à répétition, pas mal. C'est pas mal.
Let's go. Keep your eyes open and try not to get yourself shot again.
On va essayer. Ça change pas une balle quand même.
Come on!
Thank you, Mr. Marston. I feel a lot happier someone's along with me.
I feel a lot happier now I got a rifle.
Well, with your trigger itch and my feminine intuition, we should make quite a team. God damn it, these rabbits are at it again. Come on, let's get rid of them once and for all.
Faut les tuer?
Come on, then. Time to put that bloodlust of yours to good use. That's it. Kill those little monsters. Much obliged for the help. Them rabbits can be wily little critters.
On va tuer quelques-uns, écoute. Hein. Je n'ai jamais tué rien. On va faire cela
We
pour
should
se
keep
faire
moving.
zigouiller.
There's still a ways to go.
Il y a une cible.
If it's not the rustlers stealing our cattle, it's the rabbits stealing our crops.
It ain't never easy living off the land like this. Maybe you should move to a big city. Become a lady of leisure.
Je suis comme ça.
Damn coyotes are back! We can't afford to lose any more livestock. Kill them, Mr. Marston. Quick, we're going after the chickens.
Go!
Damn coyotes! Yes, we got one!
Let's go!
That coyote won't be back. Well, we got rid of the coyotes. I just wish we'd saved all the chickens. Come on,
Ouais, mais-
I'll show you the way to your room.
On est arrivé un peu tard, c'est pour ça.
Come on!
You know,
Vous
you
pouvez
can
dire
actually
que ça
handle a
va aller.
rifle.
It's something I've
Bah,
had
je sais
a
pas
little
combien de tirs de
experience
carabine.
in.
Maybe
Qui vont
Bill
trouver des lapins
Williamson
morts, des
did get
coyotes morts le
lucky
lendemain.
after
Magnifique.
all.
Luck didn't really come into it, miss.
You're a useful man to have around the ranch, that's for sure. But don't think I've forgotten what brought you here. We'll do whatever we can to help you.
I sure appreciate that, Miss McFarland.
Here we are.
Allez, merci.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Marston. Makes me kind of happy I saved your life. Get some sleep and I will see you in the morning.
Good night, Miss McFarland.
Bonne nuit, madame. Et donc, dormir pour sauvegarder. Il dort que 6 heures, Marston. Eh ben, motivé le collègue. Ok, des balles, ok. Le sang actuel, 1 sur 3, ok. C'est la même partie. Ok, c'est reparti. Plus 50 en honneur, ok. Il y a un chien. Oh. Oh. Du calme.
Oh, Mr. Marston. How are you doing today?
I'm well, Miss McFarland. Thank you. How are you?
Well, I'm fine. Thank you. So, how are your ribs?
Fine. A little sore, but apart from a couple extra scars, it'll be as nothing happened.
Good. Come in, come in. You know, you never did tell me how you met that Bill Williamson, or what you wanted from him.
No, miss, I did not.
Well, why not, if you don't mind me asking?
I certainly don't mind you asking if you don't mind me not telling. See, it's a complicated and somewhat pathetic tale, and by telling you, not only will I be putting your life in danger, but also threatening the lives of some people that I
Aïe
hold
aïe
very
aïe, il
dear.
nous faut le mec mystérieux,
I
John.
apologize if I seem to be
Je le comprends.
prying.
And I apologize for my reticence. Hope you believe me when I say that it's simply out of respect for you.
Of course, Mr. Marston. I understand that a city dweller such as yourself likes to have some exotic secrets, so us country folk are impressed.
I'm no city man, miss.
Yeah, but I saw you get on the train at Blackwater. You with those gentlemen in bowler hats?
I'm still no city man.
But I bet you can't ride, Mr. Marston.
I hate to take money from a lady, miss.
Oh, you won't be. I'll race you right now.
If it makes you happy.
We'll see.
All right, I'll show you how we ride around these parts.
Allez, c'est parti.
Whoa!
Tu veux faire une course là? Allez, c'est parti pour une course.
Yeah!
Whoa there!
Ready?
On the count of 3. 3, 2, 1,
Let's
go!
go!
I trust you're not gonna be a gentleman about this.
You don't know me at all, Miss McFarland. Howdy.
Where do you think you're going?
Let's go. Are you saving the best for last? I bet you're starting to regret your brave words, Miss McFarland. Should I wait for you to catch up? How you doing back there? Come on.
Isn't this jolly?
Come on.
Come on, boys.
Would you like me to slow down? Come. Yeah.
Je gère c'est compliqué au clavier, mais je gère comme ça. C'est pas des gros trucs compliqués. C'est pas tout à fait
Come on.
sur le chemin.
Easy.
Je suis arrêté de on va aller en voiture.
Come on. Whoa.
Ça va pas assez tiré.
Yeah. Come on. Let's go.
C'est bon, nickel.
Easy now.
Ouais, les poulets par contre.
That was fun.
Sure.
You know, you should go pay the marshal a visit in Armadillo sometime. I'm sure he could help you deal with that nice Mr. Williamson.
Yeah, I might just do that, Miss McFarland.
You do whatever you think's best, Mr. Marston.
Allez, sauvegarde en cours. Alors, on a encore une mission avec Bonnie. Où c'est qu'on va?
Ah, Mr. Marston, how are you?
Good, Miss McFarland. How are you?
I'm well. Would you mind riding with me to Armadillo? I've got to get some supplies and I could do with the company.
Of course.
you can take the reins. It wouldn't do for a terrifying bounty hunter such as yourself to be seen driven around by a woman. Hop on up, Mr. Marston.
Ok, c'est parti. Dans le chariot. Oui, il a fait un saut. C'est bon.
You're looking much better, considering you were almost buzzard food a couple days ago.
I have you to thank for that, miss.
So do tell me, have you needlessly risked your life since we last spoke?
No, miss, I have not.
Well, that's relief. Perhaps there's hope for you yet.
I wouldn't bet on it.
Oh, there's always hope, Mr. Marston. You can't be a rancher in this kind of country if you don't believe that.
An admirable attitude, miss.
I suppose so. I can't think of any other way to stay sane, to be frank. What about you? Have you ever given up hope altogether?
Hope hasn't really entered into it. It's not really something I think about.
A peculiar outlook. I can't really say I understand you.
I can't always say I do either.
Oh, don't be so deliberately enigmatic.
I'm not, miss.
Yes, you are. You are being deliberately obscure as a substitute for having a personality.
I just know there are two theories to arguing with women, and neither one works.
I'm not even going to dignify that gibberish with a response. I think it's kind of funny I found you dying on the side of the road and now you're driving me into town.
You have a strange sense of humor.
Well, you must admit, it's an unusual start to a friendship.
I didn't realize we were friends, Miss McFarland.
Oh, please. Now who's being funny? Listen, I know that business with Williamson is your business, but I don't know. You've been good to us, and I don't think you're a bad man. A little stupid, perhaps, but not rotten. I just worry about you gallivanting around these parts like you're some kind of deranged bounty hunter. Like Paul always says, don't go waking snakes.
I appreciate your concern for us lesser mortals, Miss McFarland. I really do. And if there was any other way out, I'd take it. I can assure you of that.
5 chevaux là, on va savoir. 5 sur les routes, c'est pas là pour faire le nouveau.
You never did tell me where you live.
I have a small holding up in Great Plains.
A farmer? Yeah, and I'm the Queen of England. And at what point during your day of hunting down outlaws do you find time to raise chickens?
Only been at it 3 years or so. I guess I'm kind of new to it.
You're telling me? So who's looking after this farm of yours right now?
Uncle. Well, he's not my uncle, as far as I know. Just an old dog who's as lazy as a lizard on a hot day. Kind of fella laboring under the delusion that age brings wisdom.
Sounds like the perfect person to leave in charge of your entire livelihood.
We go way back, and I didn't have a lot of choice.
So this is Armadillo. Manhattan it is not, but it does okay for us.
Armadillo.
Most important thing for you right now is getting yourself into Dr. Johnson's office to purchase some medicine. First one's on me.
Thank you, miss. I'll pay you back.
I'm sure you shall. The doc's a good fellow. He saved your life, so be polite to him.
Le goût.
Meet me in front of the general store when you're done.
Le goût, le docteur. On va donc aller le voir. Bonjour. Pardon. Bonjour. Je fais le médoc. Ah, j'ai pas de thune. Ah ouais, mais une pomme à $1 c'est trop cher. Magnifique, je suis à 7. Je suis à la rue, c'est beau ça.
Well, thanks for driving me. It was nice to be able to enjoy the view for once, and a little company never hurts now and again.
You're more than welcome, miss. Least I can do. Thank you for the medicine.
Why don't you have a look around Armadillo? You can always take the stagecoach back to the ranch later.
I might just do that. Travel safely, miss.
Try not to get yourself shot. I won't be around to save you this time.
Ok. Si je prends une diligence pour revenir, ok, c'est comme ça. Et voilà. C'est donc la fin de ce premier épisode de Red Dead Redemption 1. Voilà. Je vous souhaite une très bonne fin de journée ou une très bonne soirée. Ça dépend de ce que vous regardez ça. Et moi je vous dis à plus. Tchuss.